Well, my friends, as you've seen by the title, today we're going to be going over 6 different ways to film yourself skateboarding, starting at the bottom with one that's completely free, going all the way up to one that's going to cost you about $500 to $600 if you really want to push the boat out, but that is a bunch of cameras and a little bit of equipment, so we won't worry about that yet. Let's start our journey with one that's totally free. Okay, so first things first, we want to make sure we're actually going to get ourselves in shot. So let's decide where we're going to do the trick and put our skateboard there. Let's say, just for argument purposes, we're going to do the trick roughly over this X on the floor here. So we're going to put our board there, just for now, so we know where the center of the shot wants to be. And then we're going to use 2 cans, can use 2 bottles, can use anything really that you can lean your phone up against and keep it stable. So we're going to go up here, a nice vantage point of where we're going to be doing our trick, set our cans up. Again, doesn't have to be cans, this is just what I have on hand at the moment. Get our phone. So now you can see on the screen where our board is there. We're gonna hit it on the video, lean it up against the cans. So you probably only need one, as you can see there. If you set your board up that you've put down in the middle of the shot, just so you know exactly where the trick's happening. Press record, and let's go do the trick. Boom, and that is how you get your clip costing pretty much nothing. Buy a can from the shop or use someone else's that you've just found laying around. Either way, that's number 1. Let's get into number 2. Next one is super easy, super self-explanatory and quite cheap still. I think this is a really nice quality tripod. It cost me about £15, that's about $20 from Amazon, and it's a very high quality one. It came with the phone attachment as well, but you can also use it for cameras, so it's a multi-purpose little bit here. I'll probably leave a link to something similar in the description. Probably will do that for all of these things actually, just in case. So this one, I'm pretty sure you know how the tripod works, but for the sake of the video, I'll illustrate it to you anyway. So we're going to do the exact same thing that we did before. Put our board down in the spot that we know we're going to do the trick. Then we're going to set our tripod up simple. Get one that makes sure it can extend like that. Stick your phone in there. At this point, it's the exact same process as before. Just line it up with the board that you popped on the floor. Maybe put this one in a 2, just so it's a bit closer up because we're quite far away. And then press record. I think I'll go for a frontside full cab on this one. Hey presto, that's how you do number 2. On to our first pricey version. Okay, our next one, leading us into the mid-tier price category, is the OBS Bot. Now, if you don't know what this is, it's basically an AI tripod. Now, I know the term AI is used a lot these days and it can scare a few people off, but this is not your same sort of thing as what you'd expect to be taking over your house and electrocuting you with your own toaster type thing. So this little camera here in front of me is what tracks you. Essentially, you put it on this tripod here. Let me just screw this bad boy on. Obviously, one thing to keep in mind if you do have something like this is you do need to charge it. So make sure you charge your tripod before you take it out for too long of a session. This is the OBS Bot. Let me show you how it works. So the tripod attachment works exactly the same as a normal tripod does. We stick our phone in there. So this one's quite simple. You turn it on right here. Okay, so now that it's set up properly, essentially, it will just track my face, and if I go past it doing a trick, it should keep me in frame. Now, it's not going to be perfect if you fly past it super quickly, and it's just basically not going to track you if you do that. If you have a big open area where you're trying to land a trick and you're just worried about whether or not you can keep it in frame or not, this will definitely help iron out the creases of any filming that you might have done before. So, right, I'll just do a kickflip right and pass, and hopefully keeps me in frame the whole time. Straight to wheel bite, but I mean, I'm still in frame, so that should be good enough, no? Next one for our slightly more expensive tier is the GoPro. Now, we all know what a GoPro is, so I won't sit there and explain it to you because I know you're smarter than that. What we're going to combine it with, though, is the head mount. Now, if you have a GoPro already, you don't really need to spend too much to get a decent one. As long as it films in HD, you don't really need to worry about much more, because when you upload it to a video platform like Instagram or TikTok, you get converted to HD anyway, so you might as well film in 1080p. Turn your GoPro on. You can't see the screen because of the camera, but I would recommend setting the lens to a nice wide one. I think it's called Super View. Yeah, Super View, which is our 16mm, and then we're just going to pop this on our head and do our tricks as normal. Although, because my hair is so like scraggly, this does slide around my head a little bit, so that's worth keeping in mind. And especially if you're not used to skating with like a helmet on, it can feel a bit foreign at first, you know? It's a, what's the word? A surefire way to make sure that you're actually gonna get this in this. So base if you stand just there. Then once you're all set up, just hit the record button, stick that on your head. Might take you a few tries to like get it lined up properly with the board and how you look down, but trial and error, that's how we do things in skateboarding. Then we just pop the board down and get that flip trick. Let's review the footage. Go for a kick flip. Go for a tray flip. Shit. Okay, so as you saw, we got too much nose in that shot, so we just had to do a small adjustment. I changed it from super view just to wide, so hopefully my face and hair isn't dangling in the front of it. Then we'll just go for the trick again, and hopefully it's all in frame. It's all in frame. So our penultimate entry to this list is the drone. Now, a lot of people may be thinking, a drone? Isn't that a bit expensive just to be filming yourself skateboarding? Actually, it's not too bad. This thing, new, costs about $250, about £200 in English money. And if you get it secondhand, you could probably even find it for like $150/£120, something like that. But yeah, a drone is actually a good bit of kit for filming yourself. This one is the DJI Mini Mavic 2, and it's great for filming yourself, albeit the battery not going to last forever, as you can imagine. So after searching my bag for about 10 minutes, I found out I don't actually have the wire required. So we're going to have to do a little bit of imagination for this one. So to simulate the drone, what we're going to do is Holly's going to hold the drone with this camera on top, because apparently you can't even start recording on the drone without the wire. So Holly's going to pretend that the drone is flying with that camera on top of it, and I'm going to do the trick anyway. Just imagine, we'll put some helicopter sounds in or something like that. Just imagine, use your imagination that that drone is currently flying, okay? Sweet, because that's how you do it. And now just add a little bit of imagination. Forget that it's a drone on a phone, and that is number 5. The final piece for this list is the Insta360 partnered with the stick. I don't know what the stick's called, but I'll put it on screen right now. Essentially, this has 2 cameras with big lenses that record every single thing around them. So this has a 370-degree field of view, so it will never miss a single thing. You can hold it here, you can hold it here, you can hold it down here, and it will record every single thing around it. And when you edit it on your phone or your iPad or your computer, you can just decide where you want the camera to be facing at each second. It's pretty hard to get your head wrapped around, but when you actually tried one, it's phenomenally good. This is also the most expensive on the list though, at about £500, but it does do the best job out of everything we've tried so far, by far. So let's get a few tricks and I'll show you how it looks. Like I said, the good thing about this one, you can literally hold it wherever you want and it will do the same thing. You can take it around the park with you as well quite easily. And it's probably the most optimal camera that you can use for skating. And that is the Insta360 and 6 creative ways to film yourself skateboarding. I'll see you guys in the next video.